Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Okay, very off key, off note, screwed up the words, whatever. My mom sang it with her beautiful voice. Oh well, sorry. I love to sing, and life is short, so I shall sing. But anyhow, that's by Doris Day. I don't know much about her. I know her. I think her reruns of her movies were on, like, when I was young, I think. I mean, they weren't, like, playing then. I couldn't tell you what movies she was in, but I used to watch them. And, what was I going to say? And I think she had an album. I remember seeing one at the house when I grew up with her picture on it. She had a short bob blonde hair. Speaking of blonde hair, yes, that is me. Blonde hair wearing a bikini. That's after having 8 kids, and the 8th one was, I don't know, a year and a half or something like this, at this age. And there I have my bikini on. I have a hoodie. This was a long time ago. My long legs showing. Walking by a pool. Wonder if my mom ever thought I'd grow up like that, huh? She had dark hair, so did my father, but you know, my hairdresser, who was my friend, used to say, "You look really good as a blonde." I don't know. I did at the time. I thought I did. And now when I look at that, I'm like, what was I thinking? But anyhow, que sera, sera, right? Whatever will be, will be. But I wanted to tell another story time. I want to get a group of pictures and, like, go place through the pictures. I don't know, there's probably a professional word for it, but I don't know what it is. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of water. Let's see if I could press pause instead of stop. Probably not. Hey, it worked, I did it right. I just want to point out, this is a real nice hotel. It was a Marriott, we don't have it anymore. You see the bottom right there? It's like not taken care of, there's weeds by the pool. My legs are beautifully white. I have very light, pale skin. They don't look like that. This is gone. This picture has gone from one site to another site, from one phone to another phone to another phone to who knows where, but it's not a good picture. I mean, I don't have a professional camera. I just have a pay-as-you-go phone here. But anyhow, so, what I was going to say, did I even think the things that I did that I would do? For example, I shall give some examples about who I am, especially when it comes to my children. So I remember we were signing up our kids. This is in my first marriage. Pretty much everything in life happened in my first marriage. Well, everything good, I should say. Mostly good. No, all good. But, I don't know, I was trying to make a, what's it called? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Life's too short. If you can't think of it, forget about it. Anyhow, so we were going to sign up our kids for soccer. And we did. And so we went to the meeting. Like, everyone met on where the soccer was going to happen. I think we played always on those fields. But it was the first whatchamacallit, time they were going to play. And so, I had 3 kids at that point. Let's see, 2 kids in soccer, and I don't know, I could have been pregnant, or I just had a little one. I don't remember. I don't know, I was either pregnant or I had a baby. I don't know, it seemed like forever. Not complaining, just saying. That's what someone said to me. You're either pregnant or you have a newborn. But anyhow, so we're standing there. My husband from my first marriage was working, because like I said, he worked a lot of jobs and happily gave me all the money because I took care of the bills. So he was working, so I went there, and we're all standing there, and then the head guy, he says, I have to tell you everything. I have to tell you all something. I don't know where he's going with that first sentence. He says, as you all know, we had a coach, and I'm thinking, had? I don't want to hear that word, had. My son's all excited about playing soccer. Yeah, I think I had 3 boys at that time. But anyhow, I'm thinking, don't say had now. Please don't say had. It's usually followed by we need. I don't like those words because I know what happens. But anyhow, So they had a coach, and they were hoping to get an assistant coach by then, because you always have to have 2 adults there. So something happened with their job, so they were not able to do it. So basically he said, unless 2 people volunteer, your kids won't be able to play. Gee, that's like getting right to the point. I'm trying to make this picture straight. I don't know if it's going to be straight or crooked. I don't know. Whatever. It's not straight. Don't look at it, right? Anyhow, so we're there. And they were all, basically, I think they were all men. I think I was only mom there. Pretty sure. But anyhow, yeah, I was. So everyone's like, talking to each other. The guy's like, well, Saturdays I, do stuff at the house and mow the lawn and trim the trees and, my honey-do list. Honey-do list, yes. I could tell you a story about my second marriage, but there's no point. Okay, anyhow, about the honey-do list. But didn't. But anyhow, so no one's volunteering, and I remember my son was looking up at me, and they said, well, you might want to think about the other teams are all starting today, and I guess they brought popsicles for everyone. And they said every week a parent would be in charge of bringing, a snack. Like mostly popsicles, because soccer's played in the hot months. I think they start in May. April or May. I think April. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. And I think they have the ceremony and the banquet or whatever they called it at the end of July or beginning of August. I don't remember. I think it was the end of July. Doesn't matter. But anyhow, so he says you can wait a week and have your kids miss a week, and then they'd have to reconfigure whatever and all that and whatever. And I'm like, looking around, everyone just giving excuses. What's the phrase? Be a part of the solution, not the problem. And all of a sudden I see next to me a hand go up in there, and I'm like, yes, somebody besides me has put their hand up in there. And I'm thinking, yes. Because I figure if someone's volunteering to be the coach, it's okay, I can volunteer to be the assistant coach, because, I didn't know anything about soccer at all. But, I couldn't do everything. Enough is enough. So, as I look at that hand and look down from the fingers to the hand, to the wrist, to the arms, and looking where the shoulder is, and to see who it is, I'm thinking, that's a pretty thin arm. Nice, thin, long fingers. Pretty nails. Did I remember seeing another woman here? I think they were all guys. Guess what? That hand was attached to me. Me? Why did I put my hand up? How did I do it? Do I not have full control over my own hand? Oh. And then the guy in charge says, oh, thank you so much, Sandy. We have a coach now. I'm thinking, no, we don't. I can't. I said, I don't know how to do soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I said, I don't know how my hand went up. And he said, he was holier than thou. He says, because you are a good person. Well, then I guess everyone else is bad, right? Why did I raise my hand? What the heck? So I'm like, well, I need a helper for sure. I need an assistant coach because I don't know how to play soccer. So there was this guy who, he was going to come and help me do my driveway. I wanted to seal it, I think it's called. And my husband was really busy, and, he said he could do it, but then, he'd lose a lot of money. And I think we were talking about one of the meetings, and this guy overheard, and he says, I'll come over and help. And so my first husband was always about, you pay people when they help you. And he says, how much? He says, nothing. He says, no, we have to pay for your time. He says, no, nothing. And so he was going to come over that day, he was going to come over while the kids were doing the stuff and, check it out, what I need, whatever, and all, and that. So he says, well, I'll be your assistant, but just to know that sometimes I won't be able to make it, because I guess he works sometimes on Saturdays. So, the guy in charge says we will need someone else, because there always has to be 2 adults, so we're going to be a sign-up sheet, and by the end of that practice, that if it's not filled up, there's not going to be a team. And I'm just looking at everyone with a stink eye like, hey, my hand went up somehow, and I'm volunteering to be the coach, and I don't even know what's going on here. So anyhow, it was really cute because the kids had no idea, and I just told them, half the game you're going that way, and the other half you go the other way. So watch my hands, which way I tell you to go. But don't use your hands. Do not use your hands to touch the ball, and don't go pick the daisies, please. Oh my gosh, I'll go into more depths about it was so cute, totally cute. But anyhow, by the end of the thing, we did have people sign up because, that stink eye, it really does it. So, after that, look, it went cuckoo. Oh no, hold on, I knew it'd screw up. So I'm talking, and I forgot to unpress the pause button. The thing timed out. So anyhow, okay, we got that. So after a hot day, man, was it hot. Oh, our faces were all red, but I would love to go back to that because I have an illness where I don't sweat anymore, and oh, how I would love to sweat. But anyhow, we went back to my house and, showed the guy. I bought the stuff he told me to do and everything. And so I had some nice sneakers. My first husband made sure I always had nice sneakers, unlike now I have 15-year-old sneakers with no tread. But he's like, where's the old sneakers you're gonna wear? I'm like, what? He says, you're not gonna wear those, you're gonna ruin them. I'm like, what? So he said he'd start if I run over to Walmart, I think we had Walmart then, Kmart, and get some yucky $2 sneakers or whatever. And I knew exactly what the kind of, I usually bought a pair, one white and one black. I would wear one in the spring, summertime, and one in the fall. Like when you gotta do dirty work, like putting in a garden and stuff like that. So anyhow, that was that. So then, after that, I had an order in my head, but I should have wrote it down. Oh, I pressed pause, but I didn't, because I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say next. The next thing was Cub Scouts. Oh yeah, Cub Scouts. So they needed everyone. They needed Tiger Cub leader, what came after Tiger Cubs? I think bears or wolves. I don't know, whatever they were. They needed all kinds of spots. So we were all together in I don't know where we met. We were all somewhere at a meeting. Oh, I think it was, I don't know, some big place. Anyhow, so then we divided up into groups as to, what, areas we lived in. Like, it was our town, but different, who was close together and all. So, we need leaders. We have no one. Everyone needs a leader or I don't know what Tiger Cubs do. We didn't call them leaders, but anyhow. Basically, Tiger Cubs, all the parents have to go with the children, but you do need a person who's in charge. So obviously one of the parents will be in charge and also doing the scouts. And again, I was the only mom there because my first husband worked a lot, and that was fine. But I thought for sure, guys are going to want to, really get into this stuff. This is with their boys. It's a boy kind of thing, as it should be, because they have Girl Scouts for girls. So anyhow, they're saying, could anyone volunteer? I don't know, maybe it's the word volunteer that's making people think like, I could be making so much money, and since, I stayed home all the years taking care of my children, I didn't make no money. I got paid in hugs and kisses. Said, you can't put a price on that. I don't know, maybe, that's why they just saw money, and if they didn't see money, they didn't do it. I don't think so. Maybe some people were, but, I don't know. So then, I hear someone say, I'll do it. But as I heard that, I felt like my lips were moving. I'm like looking around the room. I was the only woman there. It sounded like a woman's voice. And they said, we were in like a bigger kind of, I don't know, we were in a big place. Basically, you couldn't really hear. So they said, can you please raise your hand? We couldn't hear you. So Again, I look around and I see a hand up in there, and I'm like, yes. Because really, Tiger Cubs, I wanted to enjoy it, for, you're with your son. Not to be the leader who has to, do all the stuff, plan all the stuff. So I'm real excited, and they're like, well, thanks so much, Sandy. Sandy to the rescue. I'm like, what? That hand is attached to me again. I did it again. Oops, you did it again. That's not how it goes, but that's my version. Oh, why did I do it? So anyhow, long story short, what I decided to do in the group, well, I put it out to them. I said, you know what? Instead of me doing all the things, we're all going to get the same book. We'll take turns. Everyone sign up for a week they want to do it, to be the other, like when it's their kid, when everyone, it's going to be, each kid will have a turn to plan out a thing that we're doing. And they all agreed to that. And the good thing about it was all the parents had to be there with the kids, so we didn't have to get a second person. Because you know what? I bet both my hands will go up in there. I don't know what was wrong with me, that I just kept volunteering. And it will go on. I will tell you more about all the other things I volunteered for in life. And the Scout one gets just, I can't even believe how I made it through all those years, everything I did. But anyhow, for me, if it's a choice of the kids won't be able to play soccer or Scouts they won't be able to be in, of course, I'm going to volunteer. But you know what? There's volunteer people and there's I'm not going to volunteer people. Well, I'm the first one. Because you know what? You don't disappoint your child. Doesn't matter what you got to do. You got to do it, you got to do it, And just because I didn't work outside the home didn't mean my life wasn't hectic, because it was. My husband worked his regular job. He delivered newspapers. He was cleaning windows and gutters, and we had a side job. We owned a business. Well, we made our own business. We made a business. We started a business. Oh, my goodness. And I took care of all the business, going around, checking our employees. I did all the bookwork, payroll, you name it, I did it all. Oh, yeah, that's what I did. On top of taking care of kids, driving to all their things, and, of course, being the person who volunteers. So, were you a volunteer parent, or were you a parent? I'm not saying you're bad if you didn't volunteer. I'm just wondering. Because it seems to be the parents that have the most kids are the ones that usually volunteer. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of something in the head of a parent with a lot of kids thinking, you know what? Might as well. No one else is going to do it. But I knew in those two circumstances no one was going to do it. Now, I'm not doing like an attaboy on myself. I'm just saying, I wonder what made me do that. So if you were always a volunteer, what made you do it? Well, I think it made me do it because I don't want my kids to be disappointed. And if you don't do it, what do you think? You'd rather go out and, I don't know, go to the spa, go out to eat, go to coffee. I don't know. I don't go to the spa. I don't drink coffee. Eating is a terrible chore for me now because I choke on food. So, I didn't back then. So I kind of wish I had time to go somewhere, but we didn't really go out. I never go out and out with my kids. I did once, and it turned into an awful situation, which I think I told the story about a while ago, but I'll tell it again. So here we are at a long video again. But anyhow, yep, here I am. Que sera, sera. I don't know if my moms are rolling over in their grave like, what has Sandy done here with the hair? I don't know. And the mom that raised me is, don't you want a life? Do you not want a life? Because, she's always, you have all your children, then you volunteer, and la, 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 la. I don't know what she was talking about. I enjoyed my life, every bit of it. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Come on, somebody comment. What is it? Why does nobody comment anymore? I don't understand you people. Well, whatever. You do you, boo. So anyhow, did I say all the ending? I don't know. I'm tired. I haven't slept yet, as per usual. Do I ever sleep? Not really. I have insomnia for now 21 years. But anyhow, be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through, Like, you don't know. Maybe you're me, and you don't have a car, and that sucks. It sucks. But anyhow, it does. Pay it forward if you can. Be the reason someone smiles today, because you know what? Everyone should smile. I'd say give someone a hug, but nowadays people are so mad. I don't know if I hug someone makes you know you might get a fist in your face. Who knows? But anyhow, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Subscribing costs you nothing. It is free. And I think this light is going to go out pretty soon. And share our channel. Share our GoFundMe. And thanks for watching. And let's see, do I know how to shut this thing off? No, I know how. Will it shut off? Well, thanks for watching the Blonder Me. Hugs to y'all. Bye.